This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon Dixon.
These kids is killing here just like they killing everywhere else, but they not trying to show you that. I'm trying to show y'all like this stuff is really going on and it's starting to ramp up. Like I said, this is the culture that's going on in the music and the shows and the TVs and the movies. All this stuff is going on, and these kids are taking these drugs. I will also cut their mental health program a while back. So a lot of these kids can't get the mental health that they need. A lot of these parents is overworked, underpaid, so they really can't be there for their children like they need to be. So the streets is raising these kids. It's the same exact recipe that happened in Chicago. Welcome back to Duffle LO to sit down, you guys. And this is still the Iowa videos I showed you guys about murders in the last video. So I just want to show you guys about an interesting murder that happened like right around the corner from the Capitol in Des Moines. I know I kept a lot of the murders within Cedar Rapids, but I want to show you that it's not just going on just in Cedar Rapids. It goes on to other cities. I don't have time to show you all of them. I'll do Iowa videos part 2. But if this is your first time bumping to the videos, welcome to Iowa. These are the Iowa videos. Binge watch all the other Iowa videos. Like, share, subscribe. When you do subscribe, make sure you hit the bell. When you do like, we need to beat that YouTube algorithm. We're trying to get our subscribers more than 1,000. We need to go over 1,000 and keep it going, getting this information out there, showing people what's going on in the world. I ain't gonna talk y'all ill off, so I want to share my screen so I can show y'all what I'm gonna talk about today. So here we are, right here. This happened in Des Moines, Iowa, which is 2 hours away from Cedar Rapids. And as you guys can see, March 10th, 2022. Like I said, this stuff is happening this year. I ain't show y'all too much stuff that happened years prior. I'm showing y'all this year. This stuff is interesting. So police says teen targeted by gang activity and deadly drive-by shooting outside of East High. This happened at a high school with high schoolers. Like, let's get into the article. New court documents show 6 teenagers fired nearly 4 dozen shots in the shooting that killed a 15-year-old boy outside Des Moines East High School. 6 teenagers, and they fired nearly 4 dozen. 12 times 4, that's 48. So that's almost 50 shots. If they fired 50 shots and there was 6 of them. So they all targeted this one little boy. So RIP to him, my condolences to the family. Jose Lopez died in what police say was likely gang-related activity. Police say the 2 16 and 18-year-old girls who are East High students are in critical and serious condition. I haven't kept up with the story, so I don't know if they survived or if they better now, but hopefully everything works out for them. Court records indicate the 6 suspects circled the school before targeting the boy. Investigators recovered nearly 40 shell casings. The 4 oldest suspects are now charged as adults and are being held on more than $1 million bond each. Polk County Jail authorities shared mugshots of the teens Thursday. Henry Valladares Amaya and Octavio Lopez, both 17, and Manuel Buezo and Romeo Perdomo, both 16, are scheduled to appear before a judge on March 18th. All the teens are facing 1 count of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. This is the scene, and they said Jose Lopez, 15, 2 students wounded. Security video shows 3 vehicles. These are teens. All of them are teens. And look at what they did. It's like a real hit. Newly obtained court documents reveal details of the deadly drive-by shooting that happened outside Des Moines East High School on Monday. Court records show residential camera footage captured a group of students in front of the school when 3 vehicles passed them. All 3 vehicles circled around to pass them again, and that's when the video shows shots were fired out of the vehicles at the students, according to court records. Other surveillance video from another location shows all 3 vehicles leaving a 23rd Street address before the shootings and returning afterward. Most people not understanding that it's cameras on these houses, it's cameras on these street lights, it's cameras on these businesses. So once they see what things happen and they do their criminal investigation, they just go to the business. Hey, we need that footage. Go to the house. Hey, we need that footage. Go to the CCTV in the city. They already got that footage. And then they put everything together to see what happened and where did it come from. Police found approximately 20 shell casings at the scene and an additional 15 shell cases inside of the suspects' vehicles. So they found they caught the vehicles like that. The camera footage of the shooting, the coordinated movements of the identified participants before, during, and after the shooting, and the multitude of shots fired demonstrate that the participants were acting in concert and with one another in the preparation and execution of this fatal shooting, police said in the criminal complaint. 15-year-old Jose Lopez was killed and 2 East High students were injured. An 18-year-old girl remains in critical condition and a 16-year-old girl in serious condition. 6 teenagers between 14 and 17 years old now face first-degree murder charges in the shooting. This happened in 2022 in Iowa. This ain't make national news. This did not make national news. This didn't go all around the world for people to understand that these are teenagers that did this at a high school to another teenager, where everybody in this situation is all teenagers. Nobody is 19 plus. Why would this not be over the news for people to see, like, this is what's happening? Iowa don't want to be looked at as bad, but it's stuff going on here. There is no school the rest of this week at East High to give students and staff time to come to terms with the Monday's tragedy. School buses will still run their routes to and from East, giving students who want a chance to come to the school and meet with the district grief counselors or to take advantage of art therapy provided by the Des Moines Art Center. A free breakfast was offered to any high school student staff on Wednesday morning. Another breakfast on Thursday. Des Moines holds Scarlet Day. Students and staff across the district are asked to wear red to honor the victims and show their support for East High, its students and staff. This is crazy. Des Moines police on Tuesday released new details in the daily shooting outside. Okay, this all basically like re-saying the same stuff. Let's see the update. Des Moines Public School officials released the following information on the suspects charging Neang Chimadol is enrolled in ninth grade at Hoover High School, and Manuel Bezol is enrolled in 11th grade at Hoover High School. Romeo attended North High School, and Henry Valera's Amaya attended Hoover High. Neither are current enrolled at DMPS. Autobiography Lopez is not enrolled at DMPS. Under the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, FERPA, the school district does not have permission to release information on the 6th individual. That means that individual was the one that's I believe that's 14 or probably younger, depending on the situation. Like, this is crazy. And let me see, they talk about officers no longer in the schools, and there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, murders is literally happening, and you see the quickness that they happen, and you see the ages that they happen, and like, and these are children. Same like they in Chicago. You see how the bright light on Chicago, right? That all them kids is killing, they doing this, they doing that, and the whole time it's some of that going on here. And let me compare the populations. Iowa's state, the whole entire state has 3 million population. The city of Chicago has 3 million population. So the city of Chicago and the state of Iowa has the same amount. So when these killings are happening in these states and they do the killing per 100,000 people, it's 3 million people in the city of Chicago. If it's 150,000 people in that city and 2 bodies drop, that's a lot. So people not really understanding like what's really going on here. And I want to make you guys aware of what's going on here, because these kids is killing here just like they killing everywhere else. But they not trying to show you that. I'm trying to show y'all like this stuff is really going on, and it's starting to ramp up. Like I said, this is the culture that's going on in the music and the shows and the TVs and the movies. All this stuff is going on, and these kids are taking these drugs. I will also cut their mental health program a while back. So a lot of these kids can't get the mental health that they need. A lot of these parents is overworked, underpaid, so they really can't be there for their children like they need to be. So the streets is raising these kids. It's the same exact recipe that happened in Chicago. And what also happened in Chicago, they tore down the housing projects, made everybody move to the same area. That's what's going to happen with these vouchers. All the people that have them vouchers, they don't make enough money. So rather they be Hispanic, they be Black, they be white, none of that is going to matter. All the people in them vouchers, when they say we ain't accepting vouchers, a lot of them going to end up in the same area where all this violence is going to start to ramp up, and it's going to pour out into the city. East High is around the corner. Like when I say around the corner from the Capitol, is literally a few miles away from downtown Des Moines, which is where the Capitol is. So let's say it's 5 miles. That's that close. People got to understand that. Same thing like in Washington, D.C. You see the Washington, D.C. and all this and all that. You go a couple miles away from the White House and it's cracking. It's cracking. And you wouldn't think that from what you see on TV. So what they show you on TV, you think one thing, but when you actually are here in the place, you see it a whole different way. So that's all I wanted to let you guys know. Like these murders is literally happening very fast and very quickly. And these are kids. These are not adults that's being killed or doing the killing. These are children. If they do not rein in the reins and grab hold and love on these kids, if you think Chicago bad, Chicago not gonna have nothing on the future of Iowa. Mark my words. What's this? May 24th, 2022. Mark my words. If they do not love on these children and get that mental health in order or have any type of role models for these kids to look up to, Iowa will be way more dangerous than them children that's in Chicago. Not just because some children is coming here from Chicago, but because of how they're going to create another environment like Chicago, except it's not as expansive as Chicago, the city. Like I said, 2 Walmarts in Cedar Rapids. You go to that one, you go to that one. So now you out shopping with your parents, you might see an op. You might got your Glock on you. I don't know. Now it's a free-fall shootout inside Walmart while people trying to shop by the baby food. So it's like, you got to really understand this. But people wheels are not spinning for them to understand how this is going to happen. So I ain't gonna talk y'all off like I said. So like, share, subscribe, and comment below. Hopefully you guys learned something from this. Caught some of the All Gale Kingpins merchandise. Shout out to All Gale Kingpins. Check over there for the confidential informants. You guys got to go look over there. Shout out Duffle LO TV. Go look over there, see what I do day to day. And like I said, cop some of the mercy papers. Like I said, this stuff is about stress. This stuff about police body cameras. This stuff about what's going on in the world psychologically. Is a lot of things that people need to sit down and try to grab hold of. These children is off the chain. A lot of these people in the world is off the chain. It's too many hot girl summers. It's too many demon time summers. It's too many late nights. It's too much of that. And people is literally going to start getting more and more violent. And the more violent people get, more people in jail, more people in jail, more people in slavery. It's just going to get ugly. It's going to be a very interesting, ugly future for people once the jobs really come down. So, like I said, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, donate to the channel if you want to. Much appreciated. You know, I'm in law school and everything. Buy me a book, buy me smart cocoa. You know what it is. So don't underestimate family, friends, lovers, enemies. Look objectively, no matter what city, state, or country is in. Like I said, every hood is the same. And if nobody told you they love you today, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I love you guys. That's why I bring you guys this information for you guys to totally understand what's going on in the world. I really want to make you guys aware of what's going on. That's why I talk this way, and that's why I bring you guys this information. For those in Iowa, for those outside of Iowa, for those that don't understand Iowa or want to visit. I'm not saying don't come visit like it's not a safe city. I'm just showing you that it's stuff that's going on here, just like it is in them big cities. Everybody thinks Chicago downtown look very pretty, but it get ugly down there too. So you might think the state of Iowa look pretty, but it get ugly here too. So that's all I'm just trying to do. I'm just trying to show people, hey, look, this is what it is around the world. So just be prepared and be aware of your surroundings and what it is that you're doing when you're going where you're going. That's all I got to say. So see you guys on the next video. Duff.
This video is for educational and entertainment use only. The views in this video do not necessarily represent the views or life of Marlon Dixon.